I've had a fascination with Christmas lights for a long time now, or moving lights, slow shutter speeds while driving, through busy streets. I'm not sure what it is I love about them. I mean, Christmas lights to me are just happy. My name's Guinevere van Seenus, and we are in my house in Redding, Connecticut, in the bedroom. Sort of set up little nook here where I shot the McQueen project. I had been wanting to experiment in this way for a while. When they showed me things I could photograph in, I was very attracted to this silver dress because of the way that it works with light. Besides the fact that I think it's just this beautiful kind of 40s glamorous thing, and then to sort of take it in a dark, dreamy way just fit well for me, I thought. My history with McQueen, I did my first show in New York, I think it was in 1996, in an old church. It was incredible. It was definitely very punk rock and dark and exciting. Unfortunately, I didn't get to talk to Lee as much as I would have liked to, just being quite shy. And so when I first properly met Sarah a couple years ago at the show in Paris, it was a good thing that I didn't really know who she was. I was just able to be myself, and I felt like we had this incredible connection. I was like, I don't know who she is, but she's awesome. It's just always an honor for me to work with them. The level of creativity, but also the kindness. I had to have a silver dress for my prom. They didn't have them at the time. It wasn't something that was in, so I actually made my own prom dress out of silver fabric. I'm just having a bit of a flashback. This desire to be gorgeous and beautiful, but also kick ass at the same time. It's just that to me has been a lot of the McQueen women. It's almost the type of superhero that I would want to be. Being both the model and the photographer is interesting. It's a very slow process because of the manual cameras that I work with, and they need to be wound each time, especially with the lights wrapped around the head. They certainly had an effect on me. In the shots I was doing, I was moving. The room was blacked out and I couldn't see anything that I was doing. It took a decent amount of time and energy, but I love the way the material picked up the light, a nice mashing of brightness amongst this dark area. And I guess it does really come off as a bit surreal. At this point, I'm a big fan of analog and Polaroid. I say at this point because I don't have a ton of experience with digital, but it doesn't call to me in the same way. I love film. I love getting the film. I love Polaroid. I love when they come out. I love not really knowing what you're going to get. I love that sometimes the mistakes are exactly what make it special. I feel like it's a little more pure in what you get and what you were aiming for. There's also something more tangible for me about it. You know, getting an idea and figuring out, can I manifest it? Can I make it work? This is these fractured light streaks instead of, a continuous one, which I'm coming to like now, but in the beginning I felt like it was a mistake. I love the way the dress kind of reflects the same intensity. In a way, a coldness, but I don't say that in a bad way. Surrealism has inadvertently become an inspiration. I cannot say that I have a wealth of knowledge, but there's some kind of idea there of working, a little bit in reality, but then a little bit in a dream or a fantasy or something, right over the line. These are some of the experiments that I am working on. These are the peel apart Polaroids that I very much love the way they are. Some of the color SX70 that I have been playing with beaded flowers. Here we go into the black and white. I quite love these the way they are. These I'm experimenting with white beads to see if it kind of highlights things. And my embroidery process, I come from two grandmothers that were very creative, and one especially was an incredible embroiderer. I learned it as a child, and then when she passed away, I got all of her supplies, and so I kind of brought it back to life for me again. Speaking of, my grandmother actually made these. I started liking to see sort of abstract pictures as beaded items, and I always wanted to incorporate it into the photography. Bringing forward some of these techniques that were considered very old, outdated. I think it's very interesting to see them in a way now that they can be incorporated into sort of contemporary art, just given a new level of meaning.